Rudolf Joseph Lorenz Steiner was an Austrian occultist, social reformer, architect, esotericist, and claimed clairvoyant. Steiner gained initial recognition at the end of the 19th century as a literary critic and published works, including The Philosophy of Freedom. At the beginning of the 20th century, he founded an esoteric spiritual movement, Anthroposophy, with roots in German idealist philosophy and theosophy. His teachings are influenced by Christian Gnosticism. Hello everyone, welcome back to Grimoire of Myths. Today we are going to discuss Rudolf Steiner and his take on Luciferian knowledge, a pearl of forbidden and hidden wisdom. Now let's begin. Steiner, born in February 1861, attempted to find a synthesis between science and spirituality. His philosophical work of these years, which he termed spiritual science, sought to apply what he saw as the clarity of thinking, characteristic of Western philosophy, to spiritual questions, differentiating this approach from what he considered to be vaguer approaches to mysticism. The culmination of his work became Anthroposophy. Anthroposophy is a spiritual movement that postulates the existence of an objective, intellectually comprehensible spiritual world, accessible to human experience. Rudolf Steiner, being the founder of Anthroposophy, had a unique and complex perspective on Lucifer, which is crucial to understanding his broader spiritual teachings. It's important to clarify that Steiner's interpretation of Luciferian knowledge is distinct from the general understanding of Luciferianism as a belief system. Luciferianism is a belief system that venerates the essential characteristics associated with Lucifer. Unlike traditional Satanism, which often venerates the figure of Satan as a symbol of rebellion against arbitrary authority, it is important to note that interpretations of this doctrine can vary widely, and it may be perceived and practiced in various ways. Lucifer, traditionally seen as the light bringer or morning star, is often associated with enlightenment, knowledge, and learning in Luciferianism. This aspect emphasizes the pursuit of knowledge and truth, encouraging followers to question conventional wisdom and societal norms. A core tenet of Luciferian belief is the development of the self. Individualism and self-empowerment are highly valued, often encouraging followers to seek their personal growth and understanding, as opposed to conforming to collective ideologies or religious dogma. Luciferianism often involves symbolic and archetypal interpretations rather than literal ones. Lucifer can be seen as a symbol or archetype representing emancipation, liberation, or an adversary to unjust authority. Ethically, this ideology tends to reject absolute moralism, instead advocating for moral relativism. This perspective allows for a more nuanced view of good and evil, often based on the consequences of actions rather than an inherent moral quality. In Steiner's view, Lucifer is a spiritual entity, but his interpretation differs significantly from traditional Christian depictions of Lucifer as purely evil. Steiner saw Lucifer as a being who brought intellect and consciousness to humanity and introduced the potential for moral and spiritual error. According to Steiner, Lucifer plays a critical role in human spiritual and evolutionary development. He believed that Lucifer's influence led to the awakening of self-awareness and independent thought in humans. This awakening, while enabling freedom and progress, also opened the door to selfishness and materialism. The influences of both Christ and Lucifer are considered essential for human development in Anthroposophy. While Christ represents the force of selfless love and unity, Lucifer represents intellect and self-consciousness. Steiner suggested that a balance between these forces is necessary for true spiritual development. He believed that Luciferian impulses led to creativity, independence, and progress, but needed to be balanced with Christ's impulses to avoid egotism and materialism. True moral development arises from this struggle. Steiner emphasized the need to balance Luciferian wisdom with other spiritual forces. Steiner's dualistic view of Lucifer challenges traditional notions of good and evil. It suggests that both Anthroposophy also presents a nuanced view of cosmic and human evolution, characterized by the interplay and balance between spiritual forces such as Christ and Luciferian impulses. Another one of these forces is the Ahrimanic. Understanding Steiner's conception of the balance between these forces is crucial to grasp his broader spiritual and cosmological perspectives. As previously discussed, Steiner viewed Lucifer as a spiritual entity symbolizing light, intellect, and creativity. However, the Luciferian influence can lead to spiritual arrogance, detachment from earthly realities, and an overemphasis on spiritual or abstract realms. Ahriman, another spiritual entity in Steiner's philosophy, symbolizes materialism, intellectualism, and the earthly, cold, and calculating aspects of the mind. Ahrimanic forces can lead to a deadening of spiritual life, excessive materialism, loss of empathy, and an over-reliance on technology and rational thought. Ahrimanic forces are also necessary, contributing to human logical thinking, technological advancement, and the ability to interact effectively with the physical world. Steiner emphasized the importance of balancing these two opposing forces. An overemphasis on Luciferian qualities leads to a loss of grounding and practicality, potentially resulting in escapism or fantasy. Conversely, an overemphasis on Ahrimanic qualities leads to materialism, cynicism, and a denial of spiritual realities. The Christ impulse is central to achieving this balance. Christ represents the harmonizing force, integrating the high spiritual aspirations and creativity of Lucifer with the practical, grounding aspects of Ahriman. This integration fosters a holistic development of the human being. Steiner believed that individuals and societies need to recognize and integrate these trifecta forces. This involves cultivating spiritual awareness and creativity while remaining grounded in practical realities and ethical responsibility. However, these forces can have a negative effect on human morality. Luciferian impulses might lead to moral challenges where self-interest and personal spiritual pursuit overshadow communal and altruistic concerns. Conversely, a strong Ahrimanic influence might result in a morality overly focused on material success and power, neglecting the spiritual and emotional aspects of human existence. Once again, balance and harmony are key, according to Steiner, to create and maintain a healthy, evolving society. In Rudolf Steiner's Anthroposophy, the interplay of Luciferian, Christ, and Ahrimanic forces has profound implications for human consciousness and morality. Their balance is essential for personal growth, moral development, and societal evolution. By navigating these influences, individuals can harmonize spiritual insights and practical wisdom, leading to a more comprehensive and ethical engagement with the world. Rudolf Steiner's interpretation of Luciferian knowledge is a nuanced aspect of his broader spiritual philosophy. It emphasizes the importance of balancing intellect and spiritual awareness, personified through the interplay of Luciferian and Christ impulses. This perspective offers a unique lens through which to view moral and spiritual development, differentiating significantly from both traditional Christian views and conventional Luciferianism. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you are so compelled to, don't forget to leave a like and leave some feedback. Stay tuned for more videos about the mysterious, mystical, and unknown. Until next time, farewell.